This year is the Chinese New Year of the ox, so I thought I would try and make a model of an ox out of a box. So I looked at some pictures of oxes to help me with my design. I think I was going to need something for the body, legs and horns and eyes and ears and a tail. What could I use? I looked in my home to see what I could find. I found lots of things in my recycling box, and I had pens and glue and tape and scissors at home as well. I set up a creative workshop in my kitchen, a bit like the one we have at Chelwood. I looked through my recycling and I found a big rectangular box I thought would make a perfect body for an ox. What can you find? What could you use? I found 1, 2, 3, 4 cardboard tubes from inside the toilet roll. I thought they'd be perfect to make legs for my ox. What could you use? I'm going to show you a way of how to put a cardboard tube onto a box. I need to stick those on for my legs. What you need to do is snip a little way down around the tube. Can you see what I'm doing? All the way round. And then you're going to push those bits out like a flower. Can you see? And then I've got a nice flat surface to attach it to my ox. So there, I've got 4 legs for my ox. Let's turn him round, see if it stands up. Yay! He does! I had some old boxes from deliveries, so I opened them up and used the card to draw the horns for my ox and the ears. I think I could do the eyes too. 1 eye, 2 eyes for my ox. Let's do this in the middle. 2 ox's eyes. I found a lid from a mayonnaise jar I thought I could use for my ox's nose. I'm going to draw around it so I can draw on the nostrils. Draw around the edge. I'm going to add 2 nostrils now for the nose. 1, 2. Looks a bit like a pig snout, doesn't it? What could you use for a nose? What could you use for horns and ears and eyes? Now I'm going to stick the ears, the horns, the nose and the eyes onto my ox. What could you use to stick them on? Maybe some glue or some tape. You had these in your Chelwood pack. I'm going to do his nose first. I'm going to stick the nose that I cut out onto this lid so it sticks out a bit like a real nose. I'll show you a technique that I use with tape. Get some tape. Masking tape works really well and you can tear it or you can use scissors. And then if you roll it up with the sticky side on the outside to make a loop, can you see? I can put that on my lid and then I can put the nose on the top and it sticks. Can you see? Ready to go on my ox. So I stuck all the features onto my ox's face. The nose was a bit tricky, it kept falling off, so I had to keep trying again and again, and eventually I got it to stick. And then I found that there was a little slot in the top of the box, so I could just slide his horns in. That worked really well. And then I used tape, bend the ears back a little bit and use tape to stick them down. Now all he needs next is a tail. Now I think I'm going to use some wool to make his tail, a swishy tail. I think you've got some wool in your Chelwood pack. Maybe you could use that for your tail. But it's very thin, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist lots of bits together to make a thicker tail. So I've got lots of little bits of wool and I'm going to tie a knot at the end. You might have to get an adult to help you with this bit because this is tricky. And then I can stick that on the end of my ox to make his tail. What could I use to stick it? I think I'm going to use some tape. So I've put a little bit of tape at the top of my tail so that I can stick it onto the back of my ox. There you go. And he can swish his tail to get rid of the flies. Just like cows do and horses. You might have seen that happen. I think that's my ox finished. You might like to decorate yours.
You might want to paint your ox brown like a real ox. Or maybe you might like to do some beautiful patterns like the ones in these Chinese illustrations. You could use paint or you could use fabrics or paper. Look at this one. This is all different colours. I wonder how you'll decorate your ox. Send us a photo. We'd love to see what you do. Have fun. Bye.